Introducing the Elite 3s. These are part of a new trio of truly wireless earbuds from Jabra and their first attempt to tackle the budget-friendly segment. On paper, these come packed with features that are bound to intrigue anyone looking for a pair of earbuds, but they don't come without their trade-offs. So, we ask the question, are they worth it? Let's check it out. And this is it. Once we open the box, we are greeted by a few words from Jabra, basic instructions on how to pair the earbuds, extra ear tips, a very short charging cable, and the buds themselves. If we take a look at the case, we see a very familiar design that we've seen in both the 75Ts and the 85Ts. Only this time around, they managed to make it even smaller than the 75Ts, which is nuts because the case was already small enough to begin with. On the front, we have the Jabra logo and a single LED indicator light, and on the back, we have a USB-C port for charging. The overall build quality is definitely cheaper and lighter than what we've seen before. This is expected, especially at this price point. The buds themselves have been redesigned, featuring a more triangular shape with physical buttons still included, which I'm thankful for. Each bud includes 2 microphones for a total of 4 mics for better call quality, which we'll get into later. Overall, the buds look great, and that leads me to how they fit. There's no denying it. The Jabra Elite 3s are super comfortable. I can wear these for hours and not experience any pain or discomfort. Plus, they're super light that you almost forget that they're actually in your ears. And they maintain their small form factor where they don't actually stick out past your ears. I've worn these for workouts and for runs, and they never fell out of my ears once. Even with the 75Ts, every now and then I had to push them back in and readjust them just to make sure that they were in place. With the Elite 3s, there's none of that. Even with the shake test, they would not budge, and this is a real testament to the new design. So the Elite 3s come with Bluetooth 5.2, which is the best Bluetooth connection that's available to date. Connecting these to my iPhone was quick and simple, and I never experienced any loss in sound while working out. The strange thing was, when I was walking around my apartment, from time to time I would experience the music cutting in and out. And I don't know why, because even with my Elite 75Ts, which is running Bluetooth 5.0, I never had this issue. Water resistance is present here with a rating of IP55, which means that they are rainproof and can withstand splashes from any direction. And in my tests of splashing them with water, they continued working with no problem. As mentioned before, physical buttons are present here. They're clicky and responsive, but they're not as easy to press as the 75Ts. The controls aren't customizable, but they're very easy to learn. You have access to everything, from song skipping to access to your voice assistant, transparency mode, to even volume control. So basically everything that you need. You are also able to use either earbud independently, and the controls adjust accordingly. Unfortunately, there is no ANC available on the Jabra Elite 3s, but honestly, I didn't miss it. The passive noise isolation on these works really well on its own. What these do have is transparency mode, and as you would expect, it works really well. I did find the noise coming in to be a bit processed though. In my experience, I did feel these worked a lot better when I was outside on one of my walks or on my runs. I had no problem hearing traffic with my music playing at around 40% volume. Having conversations with transparency mode on is a bit of a different story though. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely doable, but the Elite 3s are a bit on the quiet side. With music off, I found that I had to really focus to be able to hear what the other person was saying. And this was in a quiet room. If I wanted to have a conversation with music on though, I found that the music needed to be at a very low level in order to be able to hear the other person and be comfortable with the conversation altogether. And this leads me to the mic test. As always, I'll let you guys be the judge. So this is what the mics sound like on the Jabra Elite 3s. As usual, I do have some coffee shop noises playing on my iPad at around 50% volume. And I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to turn the sound off just to give you guys an example of what the microphones sound like in a quiet environment. Let me know what you think. Now the big question here is, how did these sound? And I have to admit, these sound really good. They have 6mm drivers, which are the same size as the ones found in the Elite 75Ts. They also get really loud. I was able to listen to music comfortably at around 50 to 60% volume. Jabra has been putting a lot of emphasis on the bass here, and for good reason too. The bass is deep and punchy, and depending on the music that you listen to, it can have a rumbling presence. Not so much where it overpowers everything, but it's just enough to give that extra oomph that the music needs. The mids are well balanced, instruments like guitars and drums sound nice and clean, vocals are pushed forward, and highs do well enough with enough detail to stand out. Audio direction here is really good too. It's so cool being able to listen to a song like Icarus by August Burns Red and be able to tell where and what Matt Greiner is playing on the drums. It almost feels as if you're the one that's behind the drum kit, and it's so cool. And this takes us to the app. And just like the Jabra earbuds that we've tested before, you are prompted to download the Jabra Sound Plus app. From here, you have access to the battery life, the Find My Earbuds option, you can toggle hear through or transparency mode, and switch between music presets. It's pretty bare bones compared to what we've seen in the past, and the one thing that's missing is the customizable equalizer, but it's not a big deal. The Elite 3s are listed to have up to 7 hours of playback time with an additional 28 hours with the case. In my testing of listening to music at 50% volume, I started the day off at 9 a.m. and I was able to reach 3:10 p.m. before getting the low battery warning at 10% for a total of 6 hours and 10 minutes, which I feel is pretty good. Fast charging is available here with 10 minutes giving you an extra hour of playback, and unfortunately, wireless charging is not included. So we've talked about the Elite 3s being a pair of budget-friendly earbuds, but how much do they actually cost? Well, they come in at a price of $99 Canadian or $79 US, which, if you ask me, is a steal. In the end, the Jabra Elite 3s are a great pair of earbuds. They offer transparency mode, great battery life, ease of use, a lightweight and very comfortable design, and a quality sound signature that's similar to the 75Ts. Although they don't feature ANC, the passive noise isolation does well enough where you might not miss it. At only $99, the Jabra Elite 3s are going to be hard to beat. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and slap that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment box down below. If you want to keep seeing more tech videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get notified when the next video is out. That's it for me, guys. I'll catch you on the next video.